Hi, alright, so this is my video blog for week 5 and 6 for both those projects. And as far as week 5, our project was to go visit an artist that we got to choose, and my group chose Vanessa Benet. And we kind of just picked her randomly, to be honest, off the list, but I'm really glad that we did pick her. We got a chance to visit her this last Thursday, and it was a lot of fun. We went down to kind of the outskirts of LA in this little artist colony area, and the types of media she uses she's mainly known for being a sculptor as well as a 3D installation artist, and she also makes wearable art as well. So, and she showed us some of her pieces. She had a couple dresses out and a couple pieces of art out as well. Where she lives is really cool. It's like a huge warehouse almost. You walk through it and it's just, I don't even know how high of a ceiling it is, and then you go back through this building and there's 8 people living there. She told us she's been living there for about 8 or 10 years, and just a really cool area. And so yeah, she showed us around, showed us some of her work. She's very personable. I really like that about her. She's really easy to talk to. She told us anything we wanted to know, answered all our questions really well. For most of her pieces, the ideas that her work engages with, she likes to kind of put a play on people's fears and kind of more abstract ideas that people tend to shy away from. She did a piece, she made a huge, I believe it was like 10-foot clown sculpture with accentuated kind of frightening features to it. And she, mainly because she's amused by the fact that people have a fear of clowns, so just as an example, that's kind of what she plays off of. And as far as her wearable art, she tends to either come up with a shape in her head of how she wants the finished product to look, and then she kind of works from there, or she starts with the material first and then builds up from there and sees what she kind of creates from that. Let's see here. Aside from that, it was just a really cool trip to go and visit her in that little area. She said that all the artists were really friendly, and a couple of them had their little like garage things open as well. And so we stopped by some other little artist houses, I guess you could say, and took at all their work and stuff like that. So it was really fun. And then as far as week 5's reading, it was Nike Ground, and what it primarily consisted of was Eva and Franco decided to install a Nike info box in Karlsplatz of Vienna, and they did this to see if people would notice. Basically, they just copied all of Nike's symbols. They put a bunch of brochures, copied their logo everywhere, and put it in this 3 or 13-ton building thing they just set up in the middle of Karlsplatz. They left it there for about a month, and people, the whole that whole reading was very interesting. It just showed how easily people can be deceived just by simple advertising like that. And of course Nike got mad as well, which was very interesting. It was an interesting reading. And then as far as Project 6's reading, that little story was about, let's see, I'm trying to get to the title of it. Copies Are More Important. And Franco Mattis just describes, it's an interview with him, and he's talking about when he copied this website called hell.com, him and Eva, and just kind of discusses about that. And I wanted to read a quote from there because this is something I think is really interesting. Franco says, "Copies are more important than their original, although they do not differ from them. Copies can only contain all the parameters of the work that is being copied, but a lot more, the idea itself and the act of copying." And to Franco, copying is not, how do you describe it? It's almost, he looks at it as a good thing, taking someone's work and then putting your own twist on that. He thinks that that means that that work has, something has a lot of aesthetic value to it if someone has done something like that to a piece of art. And he thinks that people should be doing more of that. That way you learn more about that piece of art, or websites, for example, his copying of the website. Again, very interesting, different perspectives on those topics. So yeah, this is my video blog for weeks 5 and 6, and that's it.